Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this important presentation today. My name is Malik Moore, and I serve as the chair of the Council Residential Districting Commission. We are here today excited to share the progress we've made so far and explain more about what you're going to see later in this presentation. On behalf of the CRDC, we thank the Columbus community who have engaged in the process thus far, attending community meetings virtually and in person, reviewing the website and sending us emails with compelling questions and insights, and completing the CRDC survey. And that has greatly helped guide our work over the past 8 weeks. Before my fellow commissioners begin the presentation today, I would like to turn the podium over to our City Council President, Shannon Hardin.
Thank you so much, Chair Moore, for your leadership and for steering this ship over the last several months. Certainly to the rest of our commissioners, Commissioner Paul, Sarazuela, Frost, and Cabot. Thank you so much for your participation in such an important conversation. I'd be remiss if I did not recognize my colleague and my friend and someone who several months ago, when we knew we had to start this process, I called and asked, would you do it? And he said, heck yeah, he would do it. So thank you, Councilman Remy, for your leadership. And then to our City Council staff, Tanaya Walters and Lucy Frank, thank you so much for getting us to where we are today. Just to reset or refocus us, we are here today because residents of Columbus said they wanted change. They wanted their city legislators to live on every side of the city. They wanted to know that someone drove down the same streets that they did and saw that small business that was there and maybe is not there now. This will be the change for our community, and I believe it will strengthen neighborhood representation. I'm also proud that this commission is running a thorough and sound process. At their meetings and documents, they have been public. They've been listening to resident feedback and working hard to align that feedback with the precise requirements that they are required to follow. They are thinking about communities of interest, making districts compact, and accounting for demographics. It's important to know that this is just the first in a series of drafts of maps that will be used to elicit public feedback, and this group has worked extremely hard to get us here today. I'm very appreciative of this commission and all the residents who have weighed in so far. We invite you, encourage you, ask, and actually plead for you to be engaged as we continue through this process. Council, again, will be deliberative and will respond to your feedback as we roll out this first map and then the subsequent maps to come. With that, I'd like to invite Councilmember Remy to come to the podium, who has been the leader from council on this effort. Councilman Remy.
Thank you, Council President Hardin, and of course, Chair Moore, for your support and leadership of the districting process this year. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us in person and at home. Over the past 6 weeks, the Council Residential Districting Commission has been meeting in this beautiful council chambers for weekly working sessions to create the first draft map released today. It is appropriate for the commission to do this work from this council chambers, as in just a few short years, the dais behind us will be transformed to hold 9 members of council. Columbus is a growing city, which is proven by the recently released 2020 census data. And this growing city will be represented with 2 new council seats and 9 total districts. I want to thank Chair Malik Moore, Monica Sarazuela, Jeff Cabot, Avery Frost, and Dave Paul for their tremendous attention to detail for the countless hours they have spent in the community and here at City Hall creating this draft map. and for the hours and energy they will put into the coming weeks and months ahead of the Columbus districting process. This is transformational. In over 100 years, we have not changed the structure of the way that the community is represented by this body. What we're assuring is that 9 distinct council members will live in 9 distinct districts throughout the community. This draft map and public comment process will help guide these commissioners as they draw the next set of maps with the 2020 census data. Data they did not have access to for today's draft map. I encourage our residents to review the map, give us their thoughts, concerns, questions regarding this map, as these commissioners will take all of that information and use it to formulate what the future of Columbus means by being represented by council. I'm looking forward to the presentation. I'd be remiss without thanking my council staff, my assistant, Lucy Frank, Nia Walters, who's really been shepherding this process through. They have been asked to do an inordinate task with very limited resources as far as manpower goes, and so I appreciate all that they have accomplished thus far. Thank you for having me this evening, and now I'll turn the floor back over to Chair Moore.
Thank you so much, both Council President Hardin, Councilmember Remy, and I want to also lift up Sandra Lopez, who is here and who has supported this work as well. Thank you so much for all of your work. This is truly a community and a team effort. And I want to thank you all for your leadership, for your grace as we go through this process. And I just want to share that you and your colleagues, it will be you who ultimately make these decisions, and thank you for the opportunity to play a part in it. And again, City Council will make the ultimate decision on which of these maps will represent Columbus City Council. And it is our job, the job of our commission, to garner the community input, draw the maps according to the charter, and deliver 3 well-developed maps for consideration by the end of the year. So before I turn over the podium to my fellow commissioner, Monica Sarazuela, to begin her presentation, I want to invite Nia Walters, our legal counsel, our analyst, our anchor. I want to invite you, please, to just speak for a moment, if you would, and thank you for the work you've done for the CRDC.
Good evening, everyone. From December 2020 until now, we have strived to make this process transparent and community-driven. Today is the culmination of that work. I am proud of this commission for all of the work they have done and all the work that we have ahead of us. I want to express my gratitude to Council President Hardin and all of the council members and their staff to thank him for their guidance in this process. I would also like to thank Commission Chair Malik Moore and the rest of the commissioners for the countless hours that they have put into this process. And I am confident the final product will represent all of the voices of our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Council, Nia Walters, for your hard work and for your support. And without further ado, Commissioner Monica Sarazuela will begin the presentation today.
All right, thank you, Chair Moore. I'm going to spend some time this evening starting us off to review the timeline and the charter review to help set the stage for those tuning in at home. So we, the members of the Council Residential Districting Commission, were seated on February 22nd of this year. And we began to hold weekly meetings beginning in the month of May. And our first 2 meetings were educational meetings where we brought in local experts to present topics such as the Voting Rights Act, a history of Columbus neighborhoods, as well as an overall history of our city and its growth patterns. Next, we held 6 community conversations to gather input from area commission and civic association leaders from every quadrant of the city. In addition, we held meetings to uplift the voices of those who are the most vulnerable in our community, as well as our new American population, which we know has been growing and has resulted in some of the growth here in Columbus that we've seen over the last decade. And then we reflected on what we heard from our listening tour. And for the past 6 weeks, the CRDC has met weekly in this council chambers with the goal to translate what we heard from our residents in order to produce a draft map with 9 districts. And I'd like to note again that all of these meetings and working sessions are available for viewing on the City of Columbus YouTube page. And so today, September 1st, we are excited to share and release to the public the first draft map using 2010 census data. We will share more details on that map here shortly, but please note that this draft map will be available for public comment for 30 days, closing at 8 a.m. on Friday, October 1st. So moving forward, the CRDC will continue to meet weekly in the month of September to review the public feedback that we receive on this first draft map, as well as prepare new maps using 2020 census data. These draft maps will be shared and released for public comments in October. And then per the charter requirements, the CRDC will send 3 maps to Columbus City Council for a vote by the end of 2021. And we, the commission, feel confident that we will be able to meet our prescribed timeline as dictated by the charter. We hope that you will all remain engaged with our work as we continue to meet, deliberate, and release additional draft maps in the months to come. Now, it is my honor to turn the podium over to my fellow commissioner, Dave Paul, to share more about the community survey results.
Thank you, Commissioner Sarazuela. As a number of my colleagues and Chair Moore has noted earlier, we know that the Columbus districting process wouldn't be possible without resident input. To further that mission, we chartered and utilize a comprehensive survey to gather feedback from residents and to further educate our neighbors on the mapping process. Some of the key takeaways from that survey include, number 1, residents expect that the districting process will ultimately help them feel that they have a direct representative on City Council. By direct representative, respondents describe that as a person that lives near them, focuses on their area's specific needs, and deeply understands their neighborhood. Number 2, residents told us that they want the districting process to clarify who they can directly contact at City Hall, and particularly at City Council, when experiencing issues in their neighborhood. This indicates that residents prefer to contact a council representative by geography rather than by a specialized topic area or committee. When asked about their individual neighborhood level concerns, residents told us that crime and safety, housing access, and traffic and transit options, both in the present moment and in the future, were the most pressing issues they wanted to speak with council members about. Discussing their individual neighborhood level strengths, residents told us that a sense of community and diversity were the greatest points of pride. Of the 7 factors provided for the CRDC to consider in drawing the maps, respondents rated them as follows. Number 1, adjacent neighborhoods or geography. Number 2, outdoor recreation and natural resource areas. Number 3, socioeconomic status. Number 4, area commissions and civic associations. Number 5, ethnic and religious communities. Number 6, immigrant and new American communities. And number 7, business and tourism districts. The information we've learned from the survey proved to be invaluable as we created the first draft of our map. We will continue to use these survey results, as well as public comments submitted through the CRDC website, as a guide throughout the districting process. Now I'd like to pass the podium back over to our chair, Chair Moore.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Paul. For this draft release, we decided to only release one draft map, recognizing that the data we were using still needed to be updated, and we used this draft to incorporate resident feedback. And we will focus our energy on creating 3 maps once we have access to the 2020 census data. We encourage you to provide feedback on this map in order to help us to guide our future drafts of the maps as it relates to how we have grouped how we have grouped neighborhoods and communities thus far. So please be sure to head over to our website, www.columbus.gov/districting commission, where you can find more information on how you can indeed submit your feedback. A few key highlights to include, and I want to reiterate that this draft map that we have presented, this map is created using 2010 census data. The commission decided early on that we would focus on releasing only one map, and we wanted to do that for the first round. And again, we did this so that we can help narrow the comments and allow the commission and our commissioners to prepare for a larger map release when we get access to the 2020 census data later. So all future maps will use 2020 census data. This is only our first map to be released, and we will indeed have other rounds of maps to release for public comment later in October. When you look at our map, you will see that there are indeed 9 districts on this map. Current district numbers and the colors were based on the order in which we drew the districts. The draft map will be out for 30 days, and for these 30 days, we want to garner public review and comment. Again, to share your comment, I would like to ask you and invite you to go to www.columbus.gov/districting commission to review and leave your public comment. For further explanation of district boundaries for this draft map, I will turn over the podium to Commissioner Jeff Cabot. Commissioner?
Thank you, Chair Moore. And first of all, let me just say that I'm colorblind, so I'm not sure which districts turn out to be which, but we'll figure that out. So we heard loud and clear from residents during our community conversations that area commission and civic association lines are important to this community. With that in mind, and the requirements that all 9 districts be relatively similar in population size, this map was created utilizing the Columbus Communities Map from the Department of Development. We then created districts using those boundaries as a guide based on location, neighborhoods, and population. And I'll just point out to you, the state is currently going through a redistricting process, and I think they have maybe 5 or 10% leeway in their population. The Columbus City Charter requires that the smallest district and the largest district vary by no more than 1%, so it's quite a challenge. The commission strived to keep area commissions whole, but as you will see, it proved difficult. I will go through that list now. So District 1 includes the Far North Civic Association, the Far Northwest Civic Association, and the Northwest Civic Association. District 2 includes the Far West Side Area Commission, the Greater Hilltop Area Commission, West Scioto Area Commission, and Westland Area Commission. District 3 includes the North Central Area Commission, Northeast Area Commission, North Linden Area Commission, and the Northland Community Council. District 4 includes the North Linden Area Commission, Clintonville Area Commission, Far North Civic Association, and again, the Northland Community Council. District 5 includes the Greater Southeast Area Commission, Far East Area Commission, and the Mideast Area Commission. District 6 includes the Far South Columbus Area Commission, Franklinton Area Commission, Columbus Southside Area Commission, Livingston Avenue Area Commission, Greater Southeast Area Commission, and the Mideast Area Commission. District 7 includes the 5th by Northwest Area Commission, Franklinton Area Commission, Greater Hilltop Area Commission, Southwest Area Commission, and the West Scioto Area Commission. District 8 includes Livingston Area Commission, Mideast Area Commission, Milo Grogan Area Commission, Near East Area Commission, North Central Area Commission, Northeast Area Commission, North Linden Area Commission, and the South Linden Area Commission. District 9 includes the University Area Commission, Clintonville Area Commission, and the Northwest Civic Association. Next, you will hear from Commissioner Avery Frost on population and diversity per district.
Thank you, Commissioner Cabot. According to the charter language, as Commissioner Cabot mentioned, the largest district cannot exceed the population of the smallest populated district by more than 1%. We will show the breakdown of this draft map. Remember, we're using 2010 census data by population. If you take a look at the screen, you'll also be able to see the racial breakdown of each district. All of this information and more will be available to review on the public comment website and map tool. So first we'll look at district number 1, which has 87,377 residents. District 2 has 86,939 residents. District 3 has 87,673 residents. District 4 has 87,283 residents. District 5 has 87,914 residents. District 6 has 87,053 residents. District 7 has 87,300 residents. District 8 has 87,527 residents. And District 9 has 87,967 residents. And again, a reminder, in 2010, based on census data, Columbus had a population of 787,033 residents. And that the 2020 census shows that Columbus has increased by a population over 100,000 residents, and this is not evenly distributed. It's also important to remember and to note that the Voting Rights Act, Sections 2 and 5, allow race to be considered as a factor, but it cannot be a deciding factor when creating a district. Now I'll ask Chair Moore to come back to the podium to close us out.
Thank you, each and every one of the commissioners, for that informational presentation. As I mentioned at the beginning of today's event, we couldn't have done this work thus far without so much community input and attention paid to this mapping process. Now that we have one draft map out for public comments, we need your involvement, we need your input, and to make that happen, I'm going to ask you all to visit www.columbus.gov/districting commission, where you can go and review the map and its 9 districts. Again, I need the public to participate and be involved, and I'd like to ask you to leave comments and share the link with friends and neighbors. Naya, you will give us a short demo, I'm hoping, of the public comment tool right now.
Thank you, Chair Moore. Good evening again, residents. Again, this is our website for the Districting Commission. Again, www.columbus.gov/Districting Commission. When you head over to this page on your internet browser, you will be able to see the first thing on the page after the intro paragraph is the draft map public comment and review tool. You will click on Go to Public Comment and Review. When you open this tool, you will get some brief information about how we got to this point, a little bit of information about the survey responses, and a little bit of information about the work that the Districting Commission has done thus far. You will get a quick reminder of the 7 charter requirements set forth in the Columbus City Charter as it relates to the drafting of the maps. And from here, they will give you some quick instructions on how to utilize this tool. So I am going to give a quick tutorial on how to use it. As you can see here, here is the map that was created by the Columbus Residential Districting Commission. And in order to add a comment, you will click on plus submit a comment. And then you will type in your comment. And so for this one, I will say, this map is so cool. And then you will select a location on the map. So it will ask you to click to draw a point. And so we are going to click right here in District 9. And then when you click that point, you will say report it. And voila, it will give you a thank you for your feedback. A reminder that all comments that are submitted have to be reviewed and approved, so your comment will not immediately be shown on the screen. And with that, I will turn it back over to Commissioner Chair Moore.
Thank you, Councilor Walters. That platform does indeed look to be a great platform, and I think it'll be easy for residents to submit public comments using this platform, and we can see those. So as we begin drawing more maps starting next week, we will be using 2 important things: 2020 census data and your public comments garnered from the first draft map. These comments are indeed the things that will drive and guide our work. So we will continue to have weekly working sessions in September and October, and the tentative schedule you will be able to see now on the screen. Wednesday, September 8th, 5:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, September 15th, 5:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, September 22nd, 5:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, September 29th, 5:30 to 8:30. Tuesday, October 5th, 5:30 to 8:30. And then we have scheduled a tentative presentation on this second round of maps, which will then be on Thursday, October 7th at 5:30. I want to thank you all for attending in person, or those of you who are watching virtually. And again, please go to www.columbus.gov/districting commission to review the map and leave your comments. The commissioners will take any of your questions at this time. 101s? Okay. All right. Thank you.